Coming up next, we'd like to present to you our next exciting lineup, the Industry Spotlight. It is a special time for our sponsors to share more about their companies and their capabilities.
Hello everyone, I'm Marilyn from City Developments Limited, or CDL for short, and I'm here at the Incubator for SDGs, opened in 2019, a public-private people partnership initiated by CDL in support of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. The Incubator, located at Republic Plaza at Raffles Place, provides a rent-free workspace for selected social enterprises and startups with purposes that are aligned with the SDGs. We aim to connect startups with mentors and impact investors to help them scale up and grow their businesses. Come on in and let's join the conversation with Esther An, CDL Chief Sustainability Officer and founder of the Incubator, two social enterprises from our inaugural batch, and Christina Lee, founder and CEO of Global Green Economic Forum and the current manager of the Incubator.
Hello, Jeremy, JJ, and Christina, and really welcome you back. You know, you are our first batch of incubatees at this Incubator for SDG. And we are really, really so proud, to have seen your, how you have grown over the, the last 6 or 7 years that I have met you when you were only the university year 2 student, right? And then for JJ, I also met you quite some years back, and I'm a fan of your product. So maybe what you can do is to just give a brief introduction of your business. Yeah.
Hi, I'm the founder and CEO of Simply Good. I'm Jeremy. Simply Good is essentially a sustainable home care brand. We produce dehydrated cleaning tablets like this that help to reduce single-use plastics and carbon emissions. Unlike traditional cleaning agents that come in a liquid format, they often are tossed out when consumers are done. What we do is we encourage consumers to reuse the bottle and fill it with water and pop a Simply Good tablet in to reduce carbon emissions.
Great. How about JJ?
Yeah. Hi, I'm JJ Chuan. I'm the founder of Rehyphen. So what we do, we collect these cassette tapes from local and we weave them into pieces of cloth, and we turn this cloth into music cloth product. So like city map poster, we also have like different clutch bags.
I love this. I have this.
And those tapes that we have finished weaving is the empty tapes. We turn it into a greeting card. So which customer could customize their tweet in a tape. So we call it tweet tape, and they could send it to their loved one.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yes. Nothing go to waste, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Christina, you are now our current manager here. Yeah, and you are also a very established, impact investors and accelerator. Just a brief introduction of yourself.
Okay, thank you so much. So my name is Christina Lee. I'm the founder and CEO of Global Green Connect. We also run a social enterprise called GGEF, which is the current operator of this incubator for SDG. Obviously, we are a big fan and promoter of sustainability and SDG. So we are very happy to be here, invited by CDL to be the operator of this incubator for SDG to help impact startup to grow like Jeremy and JJ's company.
Thank you. Okay, hi, congratulations again, Jeremy, for being conferred the Forbes 30 under 30 list, right? Under the social impact category. Yep. And what we like young startup like yourself is really you stay true to any one of the SDG. Sustainable development is very important, especially in our decade. We are living in a very disrupted world with a lot of challenges, whether it is climate, social, health issues and all. So what we really like, young people like you, is the commitment to serve social group. And apart from, making a sustainable business, and you're also serving, sustainable development. And maybe you can share a little bit more what drove you to do this and how you have actually grown the business over the last 6 years.
Right. Thanks, Esther, for your kind words and support all along all this way. I think we met in 2015. As I remember, I was an undergraduate as a year 2 student at SMU then.
Yes.
We got connected in an SUTD competition called Create for Good. And that really sparked off my entrepreneurship journey as an undergraduate then also to explore the SDGs. I think in then, it wasn't too popular.
Yeah, at that time was like,
No, yeah. So I mean, with Simply Good, ever since we've evolved so much in about 6 to 7 years, and a lot of business building and a lot of challenges that came our way and we've overcome them, especially with COVID. But you know, as I mentioned earlier on Simply Good, what we do is sustainable home care and cleaning. And we're nicely aligned with UN SDG Goal 12 of responsible consumption and production, and UN SDG Goal 13 of climate action. And we've always been a champion of that all along our journey. And you know, we've grown so much, especially across the years. We've transformed the business and scaled it. In fact, recently, we've just closed the pre-seed round, allowed us to move out of the incubator. We have our own office now.
Congratulations. That's what we want to do. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, we've grown the team to about size of 10 today. Just last year, we've launched the Simply Good flagship cleaning tablets. If you see over here, they are dehydrated formats of liquid cleaning, helps to reduce single-use plastics, helps to reduce carbon emission.
Yeah.
Just last year alone, our pilot, we've sold about 25,000 units just online.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and it just really signaled to us that the market is ready for a sustainable home care solution.
Multi-purpose.
Yeah,
bathroom.
so we have the multi-purpose, the bathroom variant, the window variant. It works like a redoxon pill. Use a bottle that you have, drop the tablet in, fill water that you already have at home. Secret that the industry is telling you is 96% of the cleaning solutions buy are water. So just why not use the ones you have at home? So that's what we've done. And we've grown so much from a consumer market standpoint. In fact, it's what's really exciting this year. Outside of Singapore, we are expanding towards 2 other markets. Very exciting plans that we have. And along the way, there were also a lot of challenges. And what we've learned is to overcome these challenges, to surround ourselves with very, very great people. And as the founder and CEO of the business, you know, my mentor used to always tell me 3 things, Jeremy. You have to do right for the business. 找钱, it means find money for the business to grow. 找人, find people, the right people that you have. You want to surround yourself with people that are smarter, better than you to build what you're achieving and inspire them to follow along the journey you have. And 找方向, which is find direction. Find the direction for the startup, how you're going to grow the company 5 years in. And if you get these 3 things right, a lot of things will slowly fall into place, like puzzles clicking in. If you get one thing wrong, everything will crumble. So I mean, along the ways of 6 to 7 years, it took me a lot to learn these things on what to build a startup, and I think we are very excited to continue growing.
Wow, I think definitely very useful advice, but I also witnessed that you are very resilient and very hardworking. And I have seen you, you know, meeting here, even, you know, just after, you know, open up, you know, from COVID, you were here like talking to your partners and all that. So I think really there are a lot of learning points. But now let me turn to JJ. And JJ, you know, I'm a big fan of your bags and all that because I think we have too much plastic waste in the world, right? Especially ocean, you know, more than, 70% of the waste in the oceans are actually caused by men on land. So was that the reason, you know, why you go into this business? And tell us a little bit more the challenges and also opportunities you have found.
Okay, sure. So I would like to share what is re-hyphen first. So re stands for backwards, or is also a meaning of repetitions, again and again, right? And hyphen is actually a sign, is linked both words together, which means that we want to partner with different organizations and brands to come up with different ideas and use our music cloth to develop different products. So this is our initial ideas at the very beginning when we first started this business. Yeah, according to the MIT Press, actually there are 56 million kilograms of plastic were used to make physical cassette tapes since its first launch to the world in 1963. So this is part of the environmental cost in the music industry, not included CD and vinyl yet. Yeah, so we want to tackle in these issues, and we believe that music is a universal language that can tie everyone together, and it has the power to change the world. Yeah. So when we first start our re-hyphen, we only have 10 cassette tapes on hand. And right now we have already collected more than 10,000 cassette tapes, and we actually run out of our storage right now. Yeah. So we have been too much collecting these cassette tapes, and after we have enough supply, and we started to face difficulties in selling our products and how we engage with customers. So we started like different pop-up events, different workshops to engage with our customers. So we have been exhibited in different cities with different brands and organizations to target on different customers. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. So as a woman, young woman, entrepreneur, was there any, challenges that you want to share? And also, what would you advise, younger entrepreneur like you?
I think as a women entrepreneurs, I have an advantage of the skills of listening. So we listen a lot of customer feedback. So during the COVID period, a lot of customers feedback to us that they miss the music in the cassette tapes. So during the COVID period, we have combined the technology with our product, which every music cloth products will get a QR code like this, where they could scan and listen the QR codes to our special curated playlist in Spotify apps. So each city maps has their special curated playlist, and we choose the playlist based on the city moods and character. And now we also launch our city maps in Quick Shop, Singapore Airlines, which you could use your KrisFlyer miles to redeem our Music Club city maps, where those cities those Singapore Airlines will fly to. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah, indeed, during lockdown especially,
Yes.
we need calm, right? So
Yes.
music is something that you
Yes.
really help you to calm yourself.
Yes.
And I think for whether startup or established, mature enterprises, marketing is always a challenge. How do you reach out to a bigger network of consumers and all that? And Jeremy, share with us a little bit of your bright spots on how to reach out to the right targets audience.
For us, I think when it comes to marketing, it's about really understanding your product's value proposition, where you stand in the market and how you want to position yourselves. And now that we are scaling up, we start to get into a lot of digital marketing. It's what we see and what's scalable today, especially with e-commerce on this expedite fast track. We've been using the e-commerce channels to really grow and scale across other markets today as well. So I think there's a lot of more exciting opportunities out there for us in play, and we are still rapidly testing as a startup.
DJ, same thing. I'm sure you face the same challenges and all that. So I have seen, how you have expanded the usage and also products, range as well. So what's next for you?
So the next big plan, we actually want to connect with different organizations to help them to turn their organization waste into new products or new systems. Yeah, so previously we have did some consultation session with some organizations. For example, we designed and proposed to post office to use their old school, old postman uniform to transform into a reusable envelope projects. So this could help them to reduce part of the packaging waste and also change the whole mindset and system in the posting industry. So this kind of collaborations, we are very happy to collaborate with in the near futures, and we hope not just our cassette tape itself, we also help other organizations to turn their waste into usable products.
Well, definitely circularity is the way forward for a more sustainable world. So, well, I understand that your product really, stay true to the whole circularity, concept. Maybe you want to share a little bit more how your, the product line and the life cycle of your cassette tape and the music cloth.
Sure. So we collect the cassette tapes, right? So some of you might not see what is cassette tape look like. So we collect the cassette tapes from local and we weave them into a piece of cloth. We call it music cloth. And we turn them into products like music cloth knit books. We have this music cloth clutch bags. And our best seller is our music cloth city map posters. And each poster will write down the original cassette albums behind to remind people about the music. And during the COVID period, we also launched this scan and listen features where people could scan and listen to our special curated playlist in Spotify apps. Yeah.
So it's really a circularity of like the ownership also. People give you the cassette tape, you create new product, and then you sell it to other owners, and then it goes on and on.
Yes.
And hopefully we will reduce the plastic waste in our ocean.
Yes.
Yeah. So Christina, let me come to you now. I mean, these two inspiring story, I'm sure you are very familiar with. You are dealing with a lot of, social enterprises and startup. Share with us how partnership and investment can help them grow and all can work together.
Yeah, I thank you, Esther, and I echo what Jeremy said. Like there are a lot of challenges for startup to begin with, let alone impact startup. And but we do need a lot of innovative solutions in the market. And how could we help and accelerate? And I think Esther and I, we share the same sentiment or passion. Is all about collaboration in sustainability. There's no such things called competitions. So how can we help one another? I think like CDL providing a space like this. I don't think the physical space is essential, especially post-COVID, but it is essential for bring people together and for collaboration, for discussions, and even resources to share. So I think this is very meaningful for startup. And we see a lot of startup, they go through different incubator, and after 4 months, 5 months, and then, okay, you go on your own. But like Jeremy and JJ share, it's a long journey. You cannot just dump them after 5 months. You need to have somewhere to host them and also, providing support. So I think this is where we come in. And yes, money is very important, but also I think finding the right investor and investees are very important. It's almost like dating and getting married, because when you are coming into the impact business together, it's for long term. You cannot say I invest and I want out in 3 years, 5 years, which is the conventional model. So I think this is a really good, I would say a home for us to brew more impact startups, and that will really make impact and also changing culture, like what Jeremy and JJ's are doing. We have already seen some success cases, coming out from the incubator for SDG already.
Wow, certainly. I mean, for CDL, we are a developer and a landlord. Why we provide this rent-free, share space for incubating? It's just what you share. We believe in partnership. We believe in doing together to amplify ideas, action, and of course impact. Well, we can't change the past, but we always say that everyone can help to contribute to change the future. And we all stay true to the spirit of the UN, Sustainable Development Goals, and we want to bring a larger ecosystem together, and leaving no one behind. And we're really happy to have like-minded people from different generations, different sector, different industry to work together. And I think we all have hope for the future. Thank you so much again, and let's all keep running and towards a net zero future. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Esther.
What an inspiring conversation. To win this race to zero, we need all hands on deck, with entrepreneurs working with the support from corporate partners and impact investors. At CDL, mitigation and adaptation through innovation and partnerships will always remain a priority to build a sustainable and resilient future for all. We hope that existing, budding, and future impact innovators continue to dream big and create and innovate climate solutions.
Digital cities promise innovative and citizen-centric solutions to the future needs of economic growth, mobility, and overall quality of life. But how can you truly delight your citizens while preserving your city's culture and ensuring sustainability? We have huge problems to solve. Cities could become increasingly uninhabitable in the near future. Technology is the great enabler, But the real challenge lies in making the technology work for humans to solve real, high-priority problems for your city. Systems should improve the quality of life while enabling citizen choices. Imagine a city that gives people back more time in their day, makes them more secure and healthy. All this while reducing their carbon footprint. Our approach is to enable you on a multi-year transformation to this vision, creating a system of systems, ensuring it is agile, future-proof, and preserves privacy. Taking the city's priorities into account, starting small, and course-correcting as we scale. Our solutions are proven across geographies. Partner with DELL Technologies to create a digital city with the community engagement and unique culture of a small town, and the conveniences and scale of a large city. All with the sustainability and quality of life your citizens expect and deserve.
China is experiencing an historical transformation.
But new directions established can have a lasting effect.
Huawei is a $100 billion company. They have operations in 170 countries.
It's one of the world's leading companies in telecommunications, provides telecom equipment, network equipment, has moved into the smartphone industry, and has taken a position in the top 3.
Most people think that Huawei has come from nowhere, when in actual fact it's taken 30 years to get to where they're going. Mr. Ren, the founder, lived through a very difficult time in China's history, which included famine, the Cultural Revolution. He'd had a pretty hard life.
在我那个小时候，我在那个县呢，这个乡镇呢，其实是很贫穷的。我们家庭就算好一点的，因为我们父母都是教师嘛。那好一点的标志呢，我们家炒菜是可以放盐的，就放盐的。 这就是我们属于好的生活条件。我们其实根本就不知道世界什么样子。
任总呢，他是74年到辽华参军，74年底呢嘛就分到实验室，他是实验室的是医疗专业技术员，就是东北真是特别的冷。白天的时候，你假如是泼水喷水，马上就结成冰。战士当时给他的平时。 就喊他技术员嘛，所以都喊他人脑技。他当时就打定主意了，这个是怎么能够把这个空气压力能搞出来？所以当时呢很困难，既没有图纸，也没有样机可以参考，谁也没见过。终于把这个空气压力产品搞出来了。
离开军队以后，我们跟军队没有任何关系。 走入市场经济，我们是非常不适应的，因为我们是计划经济模型出来的，军队就是1分钱都不能赚的。我们那个时候认为做工作做得不好，然后不会做工作，别人不要我们了。其实40岁创造这个华为的时候，应该是任何经验都没有。
HUAWEI basically started very, very small. 1987, Shenzhen, in an apartment. And Shenzhen was labeled what we would call today special economic zone. It's only in 1988 that formally private companies were allowed in China. But there was no real good ideas yet about what it takes to be a company.
我们呢创业的时候呢，注册资本是21000多块钱，我找了几个人集资，他们都退出去了，这里面没有任何国家1分钱。 我们那个时候去这个代理销售这个红联的这个交换机呢，这卖得很好了以后，他们也不供货了，就把我们逼到我们必须自己做我们的通信产品。
First 10 years were survival. It really was trying to almost take the breadcrumbs, what was possible.
因为我们那个时候是无路可走，我们根本就没有想链子不成功会怎么样。
We're working day and night, and you feel tired, you just go for the sleeping while, take some shower, and then you're coming back to work. Almost 1 month we do not leave this building.
但我记得很清楚的时候是，当时任总呢总是拿着一个大茶缸啊，在我们实验室到处给我们做很多讲话，对吧？我记得最清楚的是，就是有一个很好的愿景，就是我们要3分天下有其一。当然我们公司还很小的情况下，那我们只是听一听而已，我们也不是说特别相信。
History has determined the existence of Huawei. If China didn't open up, Huawei would not exist. If private companies would not be allowed, Huawei would not exist. It fit perfectly the bill, what was needed at that time for a Chinese entrepreneur to give the push towards what would become one of the biggest telecom companies in the world. What we've seen from 1980 till today is that it is an economic miracle because Chinese economy has grown by 42 times.
中国庞大的市场，任何一个东西都会有人去购买的。我们自己有比较努力，积累了原始的资本。
In order not to die, you need to innovate, you need to grow, you need to learn. And I think this is where Mr. Ren was different. Whenever some money was available, he would try to put it in research and development.
我们原始的资本积累以后，并没有消费在自己身上，而是用于再投入，改善客户的利益。
当时我们进入这个行业的时候呢，我们发现我们面对着所有的这个城市市场都已经被国际上著名的通讯公司所占领的情况下，我们设备的唯一的一个机会就是在农村，但是农村的条件是相对恶劣的。我们做了一系列的个性化的、客户化的开发或者叫创新，真正满足农村的这个市场需求。
Huawei sent their people there, and no matter what would happen, they would stay until the problem was solved.
我们刚刚使用华为设备不久，突然遭到雷击，设备就是全部烧毁了。而人家是主动的提出来帮我们尽快恢复通信，采取手段，也感觉到华为公司确实不是我们原来接触的那些公司那个样，这个态度非常令我们感动。
When I first heard of Huawei in 1999, it was incredibly unusual. In IBM, we kind of misread the situation because we saw China opening up. And then Huawei came to us and they wanted this advice on learning management lessons, which really went back 100 or even 200 years in some cases. And so we thought that China would be a huge market for this kind of knowledge. The reality was that we were very wrong. It was really just Huawei who had this style of thinking.
You want to branch out, you have to go to the US. So Mr. Ren visited the Bell Labs. He saw how engineers were working there and creating beauty. It's the beauty that captures him, but that motivates him as well.
1997年12月份，介绍了一个 IBM 流程，讲了怎么在开发过程中把研发、市场、供应链、财务等等呢合在一起呢，变成一个团队进行开发。当时任总决定在华为公司引进 IBM 的 IPD 流程。
A lot of employees, executives at that time didn't want to have any foreign company to intervene. But he said, we had chaos, we need structure, we need to change our systems. We need to bring in knowledge we don't have.
每个小时的顾问费是$680，那时候我的工资也就5000多块钱。但是我们说，为了明天，我们必须要向人家学习，要承认人家的价值。这就是我们自始至终向西方学习。在这个学习基础中，我们逐渐在进行优化。
Huawei was very unique at the time, and actually 20 years later, they're still unique now with that style of thinking.
因为从2000年开始，我们国家在无线电的这个选择上，是 CDMA 啊、GSM 啊，还是什么东西，都是处在一种矛盾之中。我们当时判断呢，小灵通是没有前景的。它是可能会赚很多钱，但是是没有前景的，我们就没有做。 CDMA 我们也做了，但是我们没有做 I95， 这个落后的这个体系叫 I95， 我们做的是 Vanks。因为我坚定不移走3GPP 的道路，做 GSM 这个道路，没有获得国家选择，个人精神是很痛苦的，不是如日度年。我不怕来自外面的压力，外面怎么能压我，我不怕，我还坚定这么走下去。
There is this almost North American style entrepreneurialism in the man. There is a spectacular determination. You almost feel like the company thinks it's going to fail every day. And so they have a hunger to innovate.
在我们不做中国这个市场的时候，在中国没有机会的时候，我们走向海外。
When the dot-com bubble burst, it actually had a massive impact on the whole technology sector.
Many of these companies saw they were in trouble and they reached for the accelerator. And they blasted into the brick wall.
A company imploding was like a cheer at every other company.
Huawei's rise is the story of the innovative China. In many ways, its survival is a miracle.
海外我们经历了不知道多少年，见不到客户。我觉得我们就背负着自己的产品，让客户认同我们，这个时段是非常难的。2000年左右才开始海外有人买我们一点设备，一点点的合同给我们。
Huawei, over the last 10 to 15 years, was focusing on these so-called less desirable areas. That's how they caught up to be huge.
We're the operator. We were so reliant on the innovations coming from the network vendors. Huawei consistently listened to us on what were our challenges to growth, what were our challenges to coverage, what were our challenges to capacity. And they absolutely went away and delivered a few months later in a brand new science.
而在欧洲很多地方的话，你要找站址是非常非常困难的，你还有很多古建筑，你也很难去做一些改动。当时我们就开发出一个创新性的解决方案，就是说把一个基站分成一个小盒子，再加上一个天线，接到楼顶上去。
They literally built it for us and took the risk on us, with us, that this would change a market. They've consistently believed in R&D making a difference and that the best quality product will end up selling. And it's served them well thus far.
我们不是卖低价成功而获得了欧洲市场，而是在技术创新、科技创新上获得的。在欧洲市场的突破呢，就是有这个得自于我们新格朗这个产品的做法呢，是来自于一个数学家，但这个数学家只有20几岁，今年应该30几岁了吧？因为我们觉得哪个地方有人才，我们就在哪个地方建立这个中心，让他们在自己的家门口就可以参加华为的工作。
Bangalore is Silicon Valley of India. We established the research center within 2.5 years with almost 700 Indian engineers.
Huawei is a consumer business 80 years ago. It's a very small business in Huawei. Our company even trying to shut off this business. At that time, Huawei used ultra low-end white-label products. The customer experience is bad. I make a big decision to do middle-tier and high-tier products to promote Huawei, our own brand. That's quite a bold decision. The most important thing is to with our technology, our innovation, we should bring huge value to our customer. No matter how good we do, we should always think about how can we improve, how can we do better.
Before we started the project in Mount Everest, all the residents have moved away because in that temperature, no one can live. Everything is frozen, including our hair. But after we finish this project, everyone can video call, send a message, send a picture to their friends. The athlete who climbed up to the top of Mount Everest, when they reached the top, they sent us the first picture.
最主要呢，就是 提供一个全覆盖的服务，让所有的人呢都能享受到通信带来的便利。
The most important thing during the natural disaster is communication. Huawei's teams recover the equipment which the earthquake destroyed, and we will keep standing behind the client to restore the assistance.
说我们在这个公司的价值体系理想呢，是要为人类服务，不是为金钱服务。
When you look at ICT and technology, 30 years, it's kind of like dog years. 30 years is the same as 120 years in a different industry.
If you look at the adoption rate of technology over the 100 years, it's accelerating. So when I look at security, you have to take security from the customer's point of view. We think security is about keeping a network running. Cybersecurity is a team sport. So all of us have a role to play. Because we focus on the customer and only the customer, we deliver what they want.
华为过去的创新实际上是基于客户需求的创新发明，下一步的怎么办？必须有理论的突破以及基础技术的发明，只有这样，我们这个产业才有发展更多的机会和产业方向。
我们呢，只挣到钱不给股东，也不给员工，我们给客户。就是这些，一个是投向未来的科学研究，一个是为客户服务的精神落实到底。
I'm fiercely passionate about the way technology can improve people's lives for the good. Better health, better education, it can stop crime, it can solve crime, it can basically bring prosperity. And therefore, being able to use technology in a way that is moving forward companies and countries is very, very important to me.
So as a personal user with 5G, of course you'll get a much greater speed, but it will explode in internet, machine-to-machine, industrial, the digitized factory, autonomous driving. There's many, many new aspects that we're aiming to satisfy with 5G that goes way beyond the personal usage, and that's what's so exciting about the science.
大家也知道，5G 实际上是一个小儿科的产品。5G 实际上是人工智能的支撑系统，因为它有低时延的优点。如果人工智能应该从正面来看它，会创造极大的财富，对不对？比如说一个拖拉机。它就24小时耕地，它也不需要人管它，它24小时耕地，对吧？它不粮食就种多一点嘛。第二点，有些困难地区我们人都不想去，让这个人工智能拖拉机去耕地就行了嘛。
Huawei is attractive because of its technology, because it's entrepreneurial. It's got capacity for 5G that no one really in the world has. It's supplying every part of the process.
说我们从芯片到系统，我们完全可以自己来担负起来这个东西，在这个网络连接这个设备上，这个就说包括传送啊，包括接入啊，包括核心网啊，我们可能长期处在世界领先地位。
So what will the future hold for Huawei? I think that's an important question, not only for the company, for the founder, but also for the rest of the world.
等到全部都5G 化以后，信息的这个价格就会降下来，这样是让农村的孩子啊、贫穷的孩子啊，他都有条件能在网上看见这个世界，那就会提高他们的素质，提高他们素质，他们将来为人类创造财富的能力就会增强。
Punggol Digital District is Singapore's first smart district. Master planned and developed by JTC, it is the cornerstone of Singapore's Smart Nation plans. Integrated with a university and surrounded by a residential community, PDD's smart solutions will bring together people from all walks of life to work, live, play, and learn. The district will be a place where tech and digital companies can turn ideas into reality.
Singapore has been named the smartest city in the world by IMD. There's so many things that we can do in PDD. Smart building, smart living solutions, smart farming solutions. With ODP, we can use real-life data to test out our solutions. So PDD will become a playground for companies like us.
We are excited with the opportunity to work with JTC and their partners to design and develop the open digital platform. The ODP will be the digital backbone in PDD to have government and industry located in one place. Makes it easier for teams with different background and disciplines to come together for solutioning.
What we will be doing is turning PDD into an urban living lab that combines a blockchain and all the adjacent technologies to develop new modes of city operation and a new environment, forward-looking urban innovations, in partnership with the government and the industries at PDD.
With a new technology like Spot, we realized that we can't introduce this new technology and get the full benefit of it by ourselves. It requires an ecosystem of partners, whether that's academic research institutions, industry partners that have a specific vertical focus, or government agencies that have a very real demand for a mobile robot.
ASP will be located within PDD, and we're talking about having creative workspaces, excellent facilities that allow us to be able to do events as well as breakouts.
We have seen many smart city projects globally, but what sets PDD apart is the meticulous planning and the strong government support. We plan to leverage PDD to raise more talented cybersecurity professionals who will form a new generation of cybercrime fighters for Singapore.
CSA envisions PDD as a node for growing and strengthening the cybersecurity ecosystem. All this to take us forward to a smart nation.
When our students are placed with the company in the district, many of them will subsequently bring innovative ideas from their work attachment back to the university.
Businesses in PDD can tap into SGTech's network of tech companies with the right domain expertise to find ready solutions for their problem statements.
At Punggol Digital District, the future is yours to create. Come join us on this exciting journey.
Hello, everyone. This is Mike Yang, the Senior VP of Quanta Computer and the President of Quanta Cloud Technology, as known as QCT. Thanks for having us to join the first event of SUTD. It's an honor to present our solution here. QCT designs products and provides solutions across from physical server, storage, switch, and all the way to the solution-driven technologies, including 5G, AI, and HPC. The advantage of QCT being able to deliver solution products in all ranges comes from the great manufacturing and the production support from our mother company, Quanta Computer. As one of the global Fortune 500 and the top 100 companies of the global innovators, Quanta has been shipping great amount of notebooks and servers, covered our footprint in the United States, EMEA, Pan-Asia, and other regions. With the support just mentioned, QCT can focus on learning from our customers, ecosystem partners, and the open source communities that facilitate the improvement of QCT's product defining in each segment, from server, storage, and switch to final assembly in a rack. 3S, 1R is the product strategy manifested to prevent the integration and compatibility issues. With such fundamental base, QCT steps into the virtualization world. We use open source like OpenStack, Kubernetes, and include our product design with Tier 1 software partners such as VMware, Red Hat, Microsoft, and Wind River. So when people are talking about software-defined data center, QCT has already had solid products working with the ecosystem partners for our customers. And gradually, these efforts of knowledge incubation grow into our capabilities to roll out to the open architecture of 5G for both public and the private sectors. Also, we consolidate different AI and HPC modules into the framework of what we call QCT Pod for different vertical industries like higher education, medical, and manufacturing. In this sense, QCT can provide various solutions to stimulate the innovation possibilities while collaborating with SUTD. We are really excited about being part of this big innovation family of Singapore. And as a solution product company, our investment in technology will not stop. In the following slides, I will have people from my business development team, Henry and Wayne, to give all of you a quick overview of the solutions that we are working with SUTD.
Thank you, Mike, for such an inspiring and rich sharing. My name is Henry Lai, and I'm the Business Development of QCT 5G Solution. As you may know, now comparing with 4G, 5G is established on the open and software-defined architecture, which initiates the convergence of communication and the information technology. QCT has been working on the 5G solution for all aspects, including network function virtualization, which is abbreviated as NFV, and the NFV infrastructure, and private 5G solution. And during our 5G product development journey, we found communication is no longer just for consumer market. 5G open architecture also combines cloud-native, edge computing, and real-time management, which enable the foundation of digitalization for enterprise and verticals in the market. Therefore, people are talking about how to have 5G into the smart city, manufacturing, healthcare, and etc. 5G communication does bring another momentum for the technology evolution. Here, I would like to share some smart manufacturing use cases from our customers by using QCT private 5G solution. In private 5G solution, QCT provides an end-to-end network architecture including 5G core for the core network and GNLB as RAN for the radio access network and the operation management tool, helping our customers to minimize the complication while doing integration to accelerate adopting 5G into their existing network. For example, QCT uses private 5G combining artificial intelligence with augmented reality to fulfill manufacturing safety monitoring, production line quality inspection, and augmented reality assisted maintenance, and also the operation. By doing so, customers can have real-time production safety control with facial recognition, which lowers the operation training cost and enables the better production yield rate with the implementation of our private 5G solution.
Another interesting use case is the private 5G solution with long-distance healthcare. This is the project that we work with Taiwan government and the medical institution by having 5G core control plan in the northern part of Taiwan and local UPF with edge computing in the southern part of Taiwan. The distance between the control plan and the local UPF is over 300 kilometers. It helps the doctor examine the local patient remotely with localized medical applications. And now, we are sharing these use cases experiences to SUTD. And today, we are very honored to announce that the QCT private 5G testbed has already been set up in SUTD lab for more use cases development. Besides 5G solution, we also have high performance computing and artificial intelligence for more smart infrastructure support. So now let's welcome Wen to elaborate more on QCT solution for you. Wen, it's on you.
Thanks, Henry. Hi everyone, this is Wen. I'm responsible for enterprise solution business development. As Henry mentioned previously, the expectation of digitalization is happening in all industries. In order to fulfill the various requirements coming from HPC and AI, QCT is designing a framework which is workload-driven design, flexible on integration, is easy to deploy, and with a reference system approach. So, this is QCT Platform on Demand. We call QCT Pod. QCT Pod architecture consists of innovative technologies, includes a management building block with tools to simplify deployment and management, a computing building block with various design features to address different scenarios, and a storage building block to fulfill all kinds of storage requirements. And all these building blocks are connected through diverse network fabrics depending on the desired scenario. With this architecture, we can have greater flexibility and scalability to support different workflows. When designing QCT Pod, we also collaborate with various ecosystem partners who come in from different domains. Take healthcare as an example. The collaboration with many different ecosystem partners allows QCT to cover end-to-end smart healthcare workloads. From data collection, diagnostics assistance, treatment suggestion, and patient health status follow-up to boost overall digital healthcare adoption and improve healthcare efficiency. With QCT Pod, we have already assisted 8 medical centers in Taiwan to embrace AI adoption or digitalization with workload-driven and containerized infrastructures. Meanwhile, we are helping IT admins and developers to minimize infrastructure setup by providing management building block which includes a starter kit to shorten system deployment duration, a monitoring tool for data lifecycle management and system monitoring. Furthermore, fine-tuned application for workflow is also applied in the framework to accelerate the overall innovation processes. Another great successful case of QCT Pod is the Taiwan NIA 2 and Taiwan NIA 3 supercomputers for Taiwan's National Center for High Performance Computing, NCHC. NCHC adopted QCT Platform on Demand framework into their HPC infrastructure. The complexity of the cluster design and the power efficiency requirement of their national supercomputers gave us a lot of challenges. However, with the QCT Pod building block, QCT helped NCHC on end-to-end architecture design, HPC AI benchmarking, and system tuning to achieve 9 petaflops of computing performance, which ranks in the top 500 supercomputer in the world. We even reduced the PUE down to 1.16 with our tremendous system design and liquid cooling solution, which also rank among the Green 500. In short, being a solution company, QCT is dedicated to providing 5G, HPC, and AI solutions with the latest technology and infrastructure innovations to help industry accelerate their digitalization and reshape the future. So, let us welcome Mike again and give us a few closing words before ending this presentation. Thank you.
Thanks, Henry and Wayne, for the solution quick overview. Aside from the solution collaboration with SUTD, I have one more exciting information to share with you. We have foreseen the tremendous opportunities and felt great technology momentum here in Singapore. So now, QCT is going to invest more resources and join more research projects locally and cultivate long-term relationship with partners and the future business development in Singapore. New office, new 5G AI open lab, and local engineering team set up are under planning. In short, thanks again for the invitation from SUTD. QCT is ready to work with you and the ecosystem partners for the future. Thank you very much and have a great event. Thank you.
This is an era of simplicity, authenticity and efficiency. An era of full competition. Singapore Mentorship Committee focuses on bringing together the experience and wisdom of successful international entrepreneurs and the keen perception of the world of the younger generation to fully integrate the cultural strengths of different countries and to complement one another as we adapt to a changing world today. As a not-for-profit organization, SMC is dedicated to creating a leading mentoring platform that embraces innovation. We provide collaboration opportunities, networks, and resources for the students of institutions of higher learning, young entrepreneurs, and business leaders. We have established strong partnerships with Singapore International Chamber of Commerce, Business China, the Law Society of Singapore, and institutions of higher learning in Singapore. Through the exchange and collaboration of mentors from different countries, we are able to focus more on matching new technology applications with different markets, enabling our innovative generation to reach a new level of market awareness and integration. We develop and promote a culture of continuous learning. We have organized diversified programs for students, startups, mentors, and enterprises. Embrace legacy and innovation. Join hands for a better future, connecting the global perspectives and resources of our mentors and partners. We are committed to nurturing young talent, entrepreneurial leadership, and business innovation for Singapore and Asia.